I am Babae Usman together with Bailin Otto. We are going to discuss about general system theory by Ludwig von Bertalanffy. Carl Ludwig von Bertalanffy, he was born on September 19, 1901 and died June 12, 1972 at the age of 71 years old. He was an Australian biologist known as one of the founder of General System Theory or GST. This is an interdisciplinary practice that describes system with interacting component applicable to biology, cybernetics, and other fields. Born in at Gendorf near Vienna, he came from a distinguished family, which included many scholars and court officials. He grew up as an only child home, schooled by private tutor until he was 10. When he arrived at his gymnasium, a form of grammar school, he already knows how to learn by reading and studying on. In 1918, started his studies at the university level in philosophy and art history, first at the University of Innsbruck and then at the University of Vienna. In 1926, finished his PhD thesis, Pensioner and the problem of higher order integration on the psychologist and philosopher Gustav Theodor Pensioner. In 1934, received his habilitation in theoretical biology. Then he was appointed private docent at the University of Vienna. In 1938, joined the Nazi Party, which facilitated his promotion to the professor at the University of Vienna in 1940. So next is description of system theory. System theory provides an approach to understanding, analyzing, and thinking about the organization. System theory view on organization as an organism made up of numerous parts, subsystems that must work together in harmony for the largest system to work, such as department, work group, business unit, facilities, and individual employee can all be viewed as a subsystem of the organization because all that is included in an organization is crucial to attain a successful goal. But it also believed that organizational success relies on synergy. So synergy is combined output. Next is interdependence between subsystems, and next is interconnection. Interconnection within the organization and between the organization and the environment. So now we'll be discussing the characteristic of system theory. So first is communication. Communication mechanism must be in a place for organization system to exchange relevant information with their environment. Second, provide for the flow of information among the subsystem. Furthermore, communication is viewed as a system barrier which is important for the survival and growth of the organization. It binds two subsystems together and facilitates internal stability and control. Lastly, it creates organizational growth and goal attainment. Next is subsystem. Subsystem and supersystem. System is a set interrelated part that turns input through processing. Next is the subsystem, is the doing process. The lastly is the supersystem, which is the broader group, including the system universe of the one of the example of these three systems, subsystem and supersystem, would be the urinary system. So the urinary system has its subsystems such as the urethra, the urinary bladder, and the kidney. In order for it to better function, they need to work together in order for the super system, which is our body, to function properly. The next characteristic of system theory is a boundary. So boundary separate the system from its environment, and it has four types. The first one is physical boundary, prevent access. Two examples of this will be the security system and the authorized personnel, such as health workers. So security system can be through password or through fingerprint, which protect the certain information to believe, and it can also related to the nurse and patient confidentiality, which is under our authorized to keep the file confidential and also lead the whoever wants the information, which is not allowed for them to know. And then next is linguistic. Linguistic boundary is a specialized language from the word lingual. It means language. So an example of this will be the jargons, or like the medical terminologies that healthcare workers use. So if a health worker and non-health worker will communicate with each other, such as using the word hemorrhage. Furthermore, understand each other, except if the healthcare worker explain what is hemorrhage, which means is an excessive flow of blood, or it is sometimes also mentioned hemorrhage happen with the head of certain accident that happen in the road. So next is system boundary, rules that regulate interaction such as when you go into hospital, there is a system that you need to do to process in order for them thing that personal and that you need to will be immediately assessed by nurses or other authorized personnel. And the lastly is the psychological boundaries.
Characteristic of system theory. First is goal-directedness system. Are goals-oriented and engaged in feedback in order to meet the goals of the organization. An example of this again is the urinary system. Its goals is to release the kidney's waste in the form of urine in order to avoid complication like urinary tract infection or UTI. This example means that it is important to know the objective of any existing system to be able to understand its effectiveness. Next is holistic view. Holistic system focus on the arrangement of and relationship between the parts that connect them into the whole. The mutual interaction of the parts makes the whole bigger than the parts themselves. So, holistic view is the complete and entire view of the system. It is assist by its entirety, not independent parts, which means that through not having independence, a whole organization may work through interacting with each other. Next is basic elements of a system. First is input. Input is the maintenance input or the energetic imports to sustain the system. Next is the production inputs or the energetic imports, which are proceed to yield a production outcome, a productive outcome. And then next is throughput or the process. It is the work done on those resources used to produce. Process, it is the work done used to produce a product. And lastly, the output. The output exists or change exciting. The system returns the product to the environment. So one example of this three, which is the input, the process, and the output. When a nurse is getting the patient temperature and its outcome was 38 degrees Celsius, so the process of getting the temperature is the input. And then when the nurse will write down the temperature, which is not normal, would be the throughput or the process, and then do its assessment that the patient temperature is not normal. Then it would then have a certain output, which is the action done in order for the patient temperature to be back to the normal state. Next is process. Process provides a series of mechanical or chemical operation on something in order to change or preserve it. So, as what I have said in an example before, that the patient temperature is too high, then a nurse must do a process in order for it to be back to its normal state. So, next is feedback. Feedback is information about a reaction to a product used as the basis for improvement. So, feedback is how effective the process is. So, if we go back to the example of the patient temperature, which is temperature, and then kailangan siya ipa-normal. So, throughout feedback, and if na-normal na din ang temperatures sa patient, dito na natin malalaman kung saan ang feedback sa patient or sa kanyang guardian into how effective the process. And also the body will also give a feedback na ang fiber kay wala na bumalik sa kanyang system. So feedback has two types, which is positive feedback and negative feedback. So positive feedback, it changes or grows the system in the desired ways that amplify and enhance the system current process. And negative feedback seek to correct or reduce deviation in the system process. So an example of positive feedback is an organization. So for example is a hospital. So sa hospital settings, so many nurses have already, marami na silang na-assist na patient, which is iilan lang ang kanilang natutulungan na maayos. So this create a positive feedback or a positive image to the hospital na ang ilang nurses ay reliable and responsible. And then ang isang example of negative feedback is baliktad sa positive, which is if ever na ang nurse ay makabigay ng maling medication sa kanyang pasyente, it will then create a negative feedback. So it will then seek a correct and reduce So, it means that maghanap ng way ang director sa hospital or ang head nurse. Ang ating nurse na mali ay mabigyan ng medication para makorek ang action. So, it's either tanggalin ang nurse or sustain action will be given in order for that certain situation para hindi na maulit at para hindi na hindi na makakreate ng negative feedback. So, both negative and positive feedback create an impact in order for an organization to better function. So, this illustration shows how to generate system theory work. So, first is the input. So, input enters data for processing to produce an output, and then next is a throughput. So, throughput takes action to transform input into output. It analyzes the data and makes calculation based on illustration on given type of data. The next is the boundary. The boundary is the limit of a system function. It's for better concentration of the actives carried in the system, and then after every process, when output is achieved, it then return to the environment, which the environment is the outside of the boundary, and may affect the working system type. And lastly is the type of a system. So first is the open system, continuously interact with the environment. Permeable boundaries or information and resources flow both in out. There is an exchange of materials, energy, and information with the environment. So, from the explanation itself, so open system is very light as young environment. So, it cannot better function without interaction and given information within the environment. And then next is the closed system. Theoretical system that do not interact with the environment and it is not influenced by its surroundings. That would be a report, and thank you for listening. And let me leave a quote from Ludwig von Bertalanffy. People are not machines, but in all situations where they will act like a machine,